evening, and you're very welcome here live to Keane, Supervalu, Killarney. For this evening, we're going to do nothing else, only all the minor championship draws. We'll also, later on the show, be looking at the Kerry Championship, the senior, the hurlings, and the bowlers, and we'll also have a quick look at last night's minor ladies football. But after the next 5 seconds, we'll be live for the draw. China Spain. Right, we're very well here we are. For the draws. Now, through turns the nuts and bolts with 8 teams, and you have Division 1 teams and Division 2 teams, and we might just explain that the way the draw will take place.
Yeah, so thanks Donald. So straight up quarterfinal, we have a few teams so we can throw preliminary round games which came on in Division 2, and we also have the 15th place team for Division 1, Killarney, which will be in one side of the draw, and then you have 4 top teams from Division 1, which will be in the side that Barry will draw from. And the draw will consist of the teams that came through the preliminary round having home advantage in the quarterfinals, and also the one game that would be between 2 Division 1 teams. We put both teams back into the cups, and we draw for home advantage in that game.
Okay, so without further ado, I suppose, Barry, you get the good news. You draw one side and then we draw the other side.
Yeah, so I'll start off because we draw the home teams first, except if we have the Division 1 contest.
Very good.
So, first team out of the hat is Cross Kilmiley.
Cross Kilmiley, okay. And they're playing Ballyhige.
So next team out is Killarney.
Kilgarvan, joint group. They're playing St. Brendan's of Ardfort.
Next team out will be Trinity Parnells.
Trinity Parnells. And they're playing Lixna, 10-time winners.
And then the last team out on this side will be Abidorney.
Abidorney. And they're playing the champions Ballyduff, 9-time winners. So how's the magic going there? They all worked out?
So they all worked out fine. So we've put back in our first draw, which was Cross Kilmiley and Ballyhige. So we put them back in there to come into the one.
And now we're just to explain, we're drawing for home advantage. All Division 2 teams have home advantage, but these are 2 Division 1 teams. So Ballyhige, last year's runners-up, have home advantage on Cross and Kilmiley. Okay, that's very good. Now the lads will get all the stuff fixed, and we'll just run through that draw again, just to run through it. We have Cross Kilmiley and Ballyhige, with Ballyhige getting home advantage, with Kilmere and Kilgarvan against St. Brendan's, with Trinity Parnells and Lixna, and with Abidorney and last year's champions Ballyduff. And that is their 4 very exciting quarterfinals to look forward to. And I suppose the one thing about it is that the Hurling Championship is on at the moment. 2 rounds of it's done, very exciting stuff. And the minors, of course, are eager to get going as well. A lot of these minors, of course, were playing in the Kerry minor team that done very, very well against Tipperary in the Munster Championship. Now we're just about getting ready for the football draw. Now the football draw is slightly easier. There's 12 teams in the draw. The teams that are in the draw are going to be East Kerry, Dr. Crokes, Mid Kerry, Austin Sacks, South Kerry, Lown Rangers, Kinmure District, Glenflesk, West Kerry, St. Brendan's, St. Cairns, and North Kerry, welcoming the first time both of them joined together, Field and Shannon in the minors, and that'll be very exciting. 8 divisions, 4 clubs turns, and basically it's 3 groups, and there's 1 in each group.
Yeah, so we draw down across the board, so we'll group 1, group 2, group 3, and all the way down, similar to the championship draws we did last week. And I just explained it, so it's 3 round games and into quarterfinals. The top 2 in each group will go into the quarterfinal, go through Two of the top teams will be drawn into the semi-finals, and the 4 other teams, including 3 from the second place plus the other top team, will be put into quarterfinals. So,
Okay.
we'll draw away, so Barry.
So this is for Group A, and it's position A, so the very first team out are the home team Lone Rangers. Right in the middle of Lone Rangers, and the first of the 12 drawn out. They're all going to be happy shoppers. Okay, so the first team going into Group B will be West Kerry. And the team they're going to be in Group C and is East Kerry. Very good. Last year's champions, going for 6 in a row this year. So Barry, let's drop on to the second tier teams. Mid Kerry, wow. Mid Kerry Lone Rangers. And Dr. Crokes are going in with West Kerry. And Kilmare District with East Kerry. Now, North Kerry, they're the third team in Group A, North Kerry. Austin Stacks, the third team in Group 2. St. Brendan's are the third team in Group C. South Kerry are the fourth team in Group A. St. Cairns are going into the bottom of Group B. And finally Glenflesk. Now Glenflesk, of course, departing from East Kerry this year, 5 Kerry minors, very exciting for them to go out on their own. And indeed the last time that they won was in 1982 when they were joined with SPA. So just to recap, 3 very exciting groups. Lone Rangers in Mid Kerry, North Kerry and South Kerry. In Group 2 we have West Kerry and Dr. Crokes, Austin Stacks and St. Cairns. And in Group 3 we have East Kerry, Kinmare, St. Brendan's and Glenflesk. And just to tell you that to get into the next round you must finish in the top 2 of each of those groups, and then there'll be a draw made for semi-finals and quarter-finals. But I suppose the first thing for all these teams to do is to ensure they're in that draw first of all, so the first 2. So what we'll do is we'll say goodbye to the boys for the draw. We'll get a bit of reaction maybe in a couple of minutes as well. Barry, thank you very much. That was certainly the fastest draw we've ever done. It must have been a huge queue of people at the checkout to get back to, but we're absolutely delighted to be here in Keane Supervalu, Killarney. Of course, on our way here, we remembered this puck as well, actually. A bit quieter than usual, but it's great that we're very busy here. And Terence will talk to you maybe in a couple of minutes about the draws and maybe the fixtures and the dates for the finals and all that. People can book them in. So for now, thank you very much, lads. Now here we are back live in Keane Supervalu in Killarney, of course. As I said, it looks like puck was a very quiet puck, Terence.
Yeah, extremely quiet this year, I suppose. No, we're still in the midst of COVID. We hope that over the next 12 months we'll be back to the normal puck and we'll have thousands around. But no, it is great, I suppose, to see some bit of action around. It's a bit better than last year, but again, it's not the puck we know.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, I suppose one thing that we will have is we're going to have a minor championship both in hurling and football. Just made those draws. I suppose speak to us maybe first before we go into the draws. The importance of this grade. I mean, it's kind of a very competitive grade. It's a grade for kind of, I suppose, parents embrace it a bit more and the local supporters. It really is a fantastic grade of football.
Yeah, and I suppose
and hurling.
Hurling and football. Because of very competitive matches, I suppose on both sides of it, we get honest endeavour, we get a lot of open hurling and football, which maybe at senior level we don't get as much of, and we get some very high scoring matches. And I think across the county we have some very good teams that provide us with some excellent entertainment over the coming weeks.
And of course, the coming weeks, they're going to get very busy very quickly. We have 3 group games, I suppose, in Group A, B, and C in the football first, and then we go on to quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. So there's 6 weeks there. When does the action actually start?
So for the football, the action will start on the weekend of the 18th and 19th of September. We'll have the hurling out of the way at that stage, so it's a clean one for the hurling and then it's a clean one for the football, which is great in essence. It gives both a chance to prepare properly and I suppose participate at the highest level without any interference. So 18th to 19th of September for the football, you have 3 round robin games, and then we've quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, and that runs for 6 weeks. And the hurling will be back on around the 27th or 8th of August, and they have the quarterfinals, and then the semi-finals, finals in subsequent weeks.
Super. Just talk to us about the football, I suppose. Particularly, there's one team I want to focus in, obviously, is Glenflesk. There isn't very many club teams traditionally.